Hello, welcome back. On RealCopStoriesVideos.com, we have over 360 cop stories, 7, 8, 9 minutes. Look them up. There's gross alerts on the Vice ones. There's some really dirty ones. Some I cannot unforget 40-some years later. Fun ones, foot pursuits, all the stuff you see on TV, and a lot of background stuff you wouldn't see anywhere except here, back stuff, okay? And in addition to that website, we have coming up on somewhere 190 questions and answers. So ask me a question and I'll answer it directly, and I'll also do it here on video. Okay, so email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com, and we're going to answer one right now. What came up was someone asked, how do you train a recruit out of the academy? Whew, this is going to be a long one, so stand by. If you don't like it, well, that's fine. But this is stuff you won't hear. You know, you get the official pamphlet from any large police department, they'll explain what it takes for the academy. Okay, the academy is a whole different thing. Now, the question was, how do you train a recruit? So I won't get into, maybe I'll do it later, about what I went through in the academy. But let me tell you what happens when you come out of the academy, specifically to this question, how do you train a recruit? Okay, so I had several assignments where I got recruits. I was a trained officer, had about 7 years on, been a few places, vice, gangs, all these stuff, and I got promoted, took an oral interview, got promoted. The captains promote in the divisions from other policeman ranks to policeman 3, which are trained officers. So that's how you get there. After a few years on, you have to pass an exam, and then you have to get picked by the command in that division. Usually they pick, and they normally pick the top guys, because you got to have the top percent teaching the recruits. You don't want to have some slug or some drone. Okay, I used to call these guys drones like crazy. Look it up in the encyclopedia to tell you what a drone does. Maybe I'll get up encyclopedia and give you the exact definition. Pretty much someone who, I think something to do with receiving the benefits of other person's work, something like that. Okay, basically nothing. Okay, I mean, look at drones and bees. You know, they go off with the queen, and they have no other purpose but to breed one time, and then they die. So what good is that? Okay, but anyway, how did I get on bees? All right. So you pick the top. I'm going off really bad here. So back to the subject at hand. Okay, so I'll give you an example. I'm working in East LA, and I get a recruit out of the academy. Now remember, now when they come out of the academy, you get credits in college to go to the academy. You get a few credits, for college, because you take English and math and stuff like that, so basic stuff, first year college stuff. Teach you all the things you need to know. Teach you how to shoot. Teach you law. A little bit of testifying in court, legal stuff. A lot of weaponry, a lot of physical ability stuff, because when you get out there, unfortunately, like other professions, we have to put hands on people. Okay, firemen are popular. People bring them food and candy, and they wave at firemen. They think they're great with their Dalmatian dog on the hood of their truck and all that good stuff. That's great. Fishermen, all these professions. It's great. Unfortunately, these professions do not actually physically grab you and keep you from going somewhere, home, or take you somewhere, jail, okay? So only profession in the country, in the world, I'll talk about the U.S., is where you have to put your hands on someone, and nobody wants to be touched. I can tell how many times, hundreds of times, where people are telling me, don't touch me. Don't put your hands on me. Leave me alone. Well, okay, well, none of that worked, because they all went to jail. But just so you know, so that's why we're not popular, because people want, and it's America, people want to be able to ebb and flow and go. They want to do whatever they want to do without interference by anyone, whether they committed a crime or not. Okay, well, when you commit a crime, you get caught, and things change. And that's why back to the original prime directive, I'm calling it, the question. So I get a recruit out of the academy, and I go to roll call. I'm a pretty bad dude, been around a little bit. And he comes to roll call, and he doesn't know a thing. And you can tell they're recruits, because almost all the recruits don't have short sleeve shirts. Here it's summertime, and we wear wool uniforms. So they all have long sleeve shirts, because they haven't been out in the field long enough to be able to recognize that they need to buy t-shirts and all that, and they have a tie on. Whereas such guys have been around a while, we look at the temperature, and then we wear our short sleeve shirts, because they don't have any yet. They'll get them eventually, get them within a few months once they get in there, once the temperature gets hot enough where they're dripping in sweat. So that's a small thing. But they come in there and they're sitting in the front of the room. They have their academy black shine shoes on. They have they're new. They're sitting there, and boy, they tell you, any job, I'm sure any job, not just police work. The new guy comes in, and he's just sitting there, a sponge, like I always like to say, watching everything that's around him. Okay, and that's fine. You work IBM, you work 3M. Okay, that's great. But this job has one little thing to add to it. You could die out there. Okay, no other profession. Maybe firemen. Maybe jet pilots, men in combat. Men in combat are a whole different. I was in combat. That's a whole different thing. That's inherently dangerous no matter what you do there, obviously. But civilian police work, I think it is the most dangerous, if not firefighting. Okay. So that's why I did that look on your face when you in that roll call and you're looking around and you don't know who you're going with, you don't know nothing. You've been taught all this out of a book. I always told you can read a cookbook, doesn't make you cook. Okay, so they know all about police work. They're carrying a gun, bullets, but they don't know what to do with any of that. Okay, so they're sitting there. First thing, roll call comes around, they call out the guy's name, they call out the train officer's name, he's looking around, you wave at him. See, that's his first inclusive thing in his career if he's going to stay here a while. Most of them do. He sees the first partner he's going to work with. Okay, again, I can relate to this directly. I did the same thing. All of us did. Okay, so as young officers, so he's looking, you wave at him, and I'm thinking even now the look on his face was, oh my gosh, I have a partner, and this is what they talk about the academy. This is a guy that's going to teach me, protect me. That sounds strange, huh? Protect him. Shouldn't officers be able to protect themselves? Yeah. Once you become a regular police officer, when you're a recruit, man, you're like one of those little, like a piglet. You still have to hang on to that teat because, you can't leave mom yet because you're dependent on her. And in this case, dependent on me to make sure he's okay. And believe me, we went to schools to teach. We are taught by supervisors in service training to be ready to do this because it's serious business for a lot of reasons. The main reason it's serious because of safety. Got to make sure whether that guy's single or married or whatever he is, he goes home that night to his family, to his mom or whoever he's with. Okay, and of course, second, just as close, is my safety because I'm out there pretty much for the first months with this guy. I'm alone. This guy's just dragging around. You ever go to a restaurant? Little side thing here. You go to a restaurant, you can always tell. They call them the shadow now. That's a new term where they have a new waitress with the old one. And you'll see they're like this, walking around. And she's watching and learning everything, just saying, it's nothing different than that. But you got to remember that the senior waitress like this guy, we're the ones that are pretty much alone. They're watching, but they're only good as till we teach them to do more things. Okay, so it's an interesting thing. So okay, so back to the thing. So you're in the roll call, and this kid's writing everything down. Okay. I did the same thing. And they give you a little notebook. It's about this big, a little book like that. And it's got, about 50 pages on it. It's called an officer's field notebook. It's just a little notebook you take notes on. And then you have clipboards and all kinds of stuff that you have to buy with a fancy metal container that holds all the reports and a clip on top. And all. I mean, there's a lot of things here. I'm not going to get into a lot of things, just so you know, he has to have the basics. So they're taking notes. And they don't know what to take. They don't know what they're taking notes of. Okay. I mean, just like, once you go out there and just like go to a board meeting of IBM, and you never worked at IBM, you're just an outsider, and you sit down, and they say, see what's happening here, and you start you don't know what to take notes of, you take notes of everything. And you go home and you throw them away, because they're not worth anything, So this is what they do, and so fine. So roll call's over, you walk up, and I introduce myself to him, because he's sitting there, he doesn't know what to do. I mean, seriously, he does not know what to do. Do I go downstairs? Do I go upstairs? What do I do here? Okay. He was directed to the roll call room. Once he got dressed in his locker room, which he got 2 days ago, there he is. He doesn't know what to do. So you basically have this chunk of clay, man, and you got to mold it, okay? Woo. And I think back now, I'm doing this, I haven't thought about more in depth until now, because I just write down these topics and questions come in and whatever. You think back, man, and I did this at least probably 9 or 10 times before I went undercover. So back to this guy. So how you doing? Okay, and you have to tell him. He's not going to ask you. He doesn't know what to ask. You go, okay, here's what you need to do. You need to go downstairs, follow me down. We're going to go to the kit room, which is a equipment room. We're going to check out a print kit, a shotgun, some shells, and then we're going to go out in the car. Okay, let's go. So you have to take over. You have to take charge. So he's got his little helmet with a helmet bag with his helmet. He's got another bag with stuff in it, his stuff, whatever. Then we go downstairs in the kit room. I wait in the back on purpose so the real officers, the guys that go out there first, can get by me because I don't want to hold anybody up. And then we're usually the last ones in line, which is because that way I can explain what we're doing here to this kid. So get the shotgun out with the sign for it, get a print kit, and we didn't have radios on our hips then, and we didn't have tasers or anything like that. Nothing fancy, just a regular shotgun. So get that, go outside. I tell, okay, now we're going to look for shop number so and so. Every police car has a shop number, which is basically like a 6-digit, I think 6, 7 digit, 8, 4, 3, 4, 6 digit number on the doors and on the roof to identify the car. And the last 3 numbers are on the roof in big letters, so a helicopter can see it. So you can direct traffic down there, direct cars going to calls and stuff. But the numbers are on the side, so we say, well, look for that shop number. Well, he doesn't know what the hell he's looking for, so I'm staying next to him, and he's looking. I said, look on the hood, look on the trunk, and look on the lights on the side. The number will be there. Just look for that. Okay, he's looking. I know what he's doing, so I just kind of talk to my sergeant, and he brings me over to him, and he goes, good luck. I said, yeah. I said, it's the first time I've had one in a while, like from out of the academy. I usually get them when they have 2 or 3 months on. Other guys have done what I'm going to do today. He goes, well, you'll be fine. Because he knows me. I'm going to get on to that sergeant later on. He knows that he's got the right guy for the job. He has several. I'm not the only one. I got about maybe a good 8 or 9 train officers that are training recruits from various months out of the academy. When you get a brand new one, they put them with, it was me and my partner and I were top guys, so they put the raw one with the 2 top guys because they figured put them with the best. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying this is what we felt like. And I was a big shot. Maybe I was. I don't know. But I thought I knew all my stuff. Thought I had my act together. And there was a joke going at, what do you call this? It's getting your S together. That's a police term. Okay. Anyway, can't say the IT word, but anyway, you know what I mean. So here he is. So here he finds the car. He goes over to the side of the car. Doesn't know what to do. Okay. I'm not laughing at him. I'm just laughing how ironic it is. I did the same thing. You just stand there by the car. I found it. Okay, fine. So now you have to say, okay, remember how to load a shotgun? Whew. I think so. Okay. Now, in the academy, they practice with rounds that aren't loaded. Practice rounds, dummy rounds they call them. Load, unload, load, unload, load, unload, over and over again. Then after about the 20th time, they actually load up a real shotgun, and then they fire a bunch of rounds. And these are double-aught buck. Now, these aren't birdshot killing pigeons. This is for people killers. Okay. So when you shoot that thing, if you don't have it next to your shoulder, if you fire 2 or 3 of those, you get a black and blue mark all the way down here. Okay. So this is a real deal. Okay. Well, all right. I tell them this is real now. Okay. I teach you the proper way to hold it. So I'm watching him. You can tears him down, looks in the barrel, reassembles them. Okay, load it up. You can see a look on his face. Okay, hand him 4 rounds. 1 in the chamber and 3 in the magazine. We didn't put one in the chamber until you actually need it. Okay, so he got up there. He's loading. 3. Okay, opens the cartridge, make sure it's okay. Okay, safety on, safety on. Okay, now what do we do with that? Put it in there. Okay, look around to your right. You have to. Here's the end of the muzzle. You have to put it down and then put it in the lock in front of the seat. Okay, so I'm watching him. He looks over. There's nobody there because you never know. Brings it down, puts it in, and locks it. I said, good. That's good. That's 1. Okay. He's got to do this at least 18 or 16 times a month because he's going to be off 4 days or 5 to 6, 7. When he goes off the 28 periods off days, so 20 days a month. He has to do this. Okay, so that's 1. Okay, so believe it or not, I'm trying to keep this in a hurry, but I can't. I'm just told I'm running out of time already, and I've just started. Okay, I'm so sorry, but this is going to be a while. This may be a few DVDs, and I hope you enjoyed it. It's very interesting. I love telling it, and my people here look like they're enjoying listening to it, and so I think I put them to sleep. But anyway, beside the point. So anyway, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.